Hi, Adrian. Hey, George. Oh, hello. Uh, how's it going today, George? That sucks. My spine was bothering me yesterday. I feel sorry for you. Today it's not quite so bad. Oh. Hi, Chris. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm Myron. You you keeping good, yeah?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. You be watching the news, Myron?
No,
No. God, uh, yeah. Looks like well, the Russians are almost in Kiev.
in where?
You know Kiev, the
No,
capital city of Ukraine.
no.
Yeah, the Russians. Well, they only need. Well, like some people say, in 2 months. Um, Well, they could take it all over Ukraine.
Yeah, I hope they do it in less time than that.
Yeah, or it could do it less time than that. Yeah, but Joe Biden, he's sending fighting jets. But Ukraine people, they haven't got the people to drive them, fly them up. Um, well, looks like might be Americans. Well, Americans do it. It's World War III.
Hey, Northern Adventures. Oh, they'll figure out some way to get around that.
Yeah.
And you can't believe this was in mainstream news.
Well, yeah, what's on Sky News? Yeah, but well, some people say yeah, but the Russians are not far away from Kiev.
Well, it could be.
Yeah. Um. Well, saying that, they go to Kiev, uh, and they probably arrest Zelensky and put him on trial for war crimes.
And they should.
Yeah, they might give him a death penalty, Myron.
So,
Yeah,
cocksucker deserves it.
because he's give so much shit to Russia.
It's not because of that. He deserves it because he didn't
He's a
mind.
Nazi.
He didn't mind killing his own people
Yeah,
just because they
and
were
yeah,
related to relations.
yeah. Well, I took lots of money from different countries in Europe. He's took money from your country. He's took lots of money from America.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's took too much money off us.
Well, it's our fucking politicians' fault for giving it to the cocksucker in the first place.
Yeah. And stupid, why are our politicians support Nazis?
I don't know.
But yeah, well, like some people said to me, and base Welshman was saying, um, um, it's all to do with money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, a Nazi went into your parliament.
how much do you know how much money makes it from, say, if Canada donates money to over there? How much money makes it there?
No one knows. People say
One
it's money
third.
laundering.
1/3
Yeah,
makes it to, if they donate 100,000, only 33,000 makes it there.
yeah. Well, Britain is get 3 billion.
Well, okay, only 1 billion made it there.
Yeah, and some of the money goes into. Well, who knows? It might go into politicians'
Well,
pockets.
yeah, that's where it all goes. Politicians and rich people.
Yeah, and the bankers.
Yeah, them cocksuckers.
Yeah, and some people saying, well, it might be World War III coming. Um,
Yeah, but you've been saying that for quite a
yeah,
while
I know.
now.
Yeah, well, yeah, but looks like now. I just saying. Guess what, Myron? Lots of people said on the radio, um, 2 nights ago. They said they won't fight for Britain. They said they're not fighting for the politicians. Let the
Well, why?
politicians fight.
Well, so why would you want to?
Well, I don't want to fight for the politicians.
Yeah, well, I'm
I
not
don't
going
want to
to
fight
either.
for Nazis.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never know. Your government's would let. Well, you haven't got no grandkids, man. No. Um,
Oh,
yeah. Would you let your friends fight?
what?
You got friends. You
What?
think Jake? Well,
Who?
one, yeah,
Who?
two, yeah, yeah. Would you tell Jason to fight?
No, I wouldn't fucking tell anybody to do anything. It's not none of my business what Jason is doing, and it's none of your fucking business what
No,
Jason is doing.
no. I
No.
yeah. It's not your business. Well, I want to fight or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a personal decision.
yeah. But well, people might say it's prison or fighting. Some people said they rather go to prison, but
So,
it's not. Yeah, but it's not enough room in prison no more.
Muhammad Ali went to prison because he wouldn't fight.
Yeah,
Well, actually, was he Cassius Clay when he went to prison and he come out, he was Muhammad Ali.
yeah, yeah. But Myron, I just saying oh, you never know. It might get people your age to fight.
Oh, fuck.
Like you tell a cop to fuck off. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't make anybody fight.
No,
No.
or jail.
Fuck, I'd go to jail.
Yeah,
3 meals a day.
yeah. Free accommodation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, yeah, it's a mess.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, and Americans might be sending over weapons and fighter jets. That's going to cause more problems.
Yeah. But you see, if they send over 3 jets, only one will make it there.
Yeah,
The other two will go someplace else.
yeah, but yeah, well, I just think Russia, well, Russia goes into Kiev in a few months or next month, Zelensky is going to be arrested.
Only if he's there.
Well, yeah, he could be in another country, hiding.
Uh,
Yeah, he could be in your country, hiding. Or mine.
no, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, your prime minister likes him.
Yeah. But then our prime minister's a fucking idiot. So I don't give a shit who he likes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. 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 After the Second World War, yeah, some of the Nazis went to Scotland. Some some of the Nazis went to Canada, and some of them went to America.
A bunch went to South America.
Yeah. Lots of them went to Argentina.
Ah.
Yeah. God, yeah. Yeah. Lots of them Nazis went to Argentina. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Yes, it's about 20 miles from me. Lots of Canadian soldiers got buried, Myron, in Second World War.
Huh.
Yeah, but yeah, your prime minister's got no respect for them.
That's true.
Yeah, well, your government's got no respect.
Well, half the government.
Yeah,
The other half has respect, but they aren't in power.
yeah,
Just like your government.
yeah,
Hey, Daniel.
yeah. God, well, like people say, we got the prime minister. He's not even from here. And Boris Johnson. Uh, uh, did you like Boris Johnson, Myron?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Who was
he was a prime minister, but he was American.
Well, so he was the prime minister of
Yeah, UK.
the UK, but he was
But
from the
yeah, he
United
was.
States.
Yeah, he was. I think he came to the UK. He was 10.
Well, was he a dual citizen?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so that
I think his dad was British.
yeah,
His mum's
so
American.
he has every fucking right to. I don't know why you're beaking off about it.
Yeah. No,
He's
no. Well, like people say, you should be born in the country to be a leader.
well, damn. In some places, that would put up a lot of inbred cocksuckers as
Yeah, yeah,
the leaders. You
yeah,
can't have
yeah,
that.
Ada Beckler. Well, he wasn't even German. He just was a German citizen. He was born in Austria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Austria speak German. They got a different accent to German people. But yeah, I think he went to Germany. He was 20.
Huh.
Yeah, Ada Beckler wasn't even German.
Yeah, but there was a lot of people who were German who hung with the Nazis.
No. Well, some people say a royal family was. connected to the Nazis. And some people in United States government was.
That could be true.
Yeah. Yes, some people said. Yes, some people said. In the past, in the 1930s, American government got sick of the UK calling the shots on all the time.
Well, I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and America got sick of Britain picking on different countries. But America picks on countries.
You guys are both the same.
Yeah, but America got sick of Britain picking on countries. Yeah. Well, like everyone says, Joe Biden, he doesn't like Britain. I don't know why.
Well, maybe he's tired of fucking being told what to do by them British cunts.
Well, yeah, but America is what more powerful. He doesn't need to be told. Well, Americans don't need to be told by us.
You better do some more research into the history of what's going on. And don't just go listen to what other people say. Go read a few books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even though England and Britain, Britain and the U.S. supposedly separated after the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah.
Well, the U.S. had to pay Britain a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Shitload of money that they just got. Hey, Sarah, they just got paying back a little while ago.
Yeah, and after the Second World War, we needed to pay back United States lots of money because they gave us lots of money in the Second World War to fight the Nazis.
Well, now right there, Chris. Do you know the difference between give? Because that's what you said, right?
Oh yeah.
There's a difference between give and lend.
Yeah, but I just saying they give Germany money, they give Japan money, but they never give Britain, they just loan Britain. Well, I just saying
Hey, Bob.
You don't treat your best friends like shit.
Well, if I had a friend like either that acted like the United States or Great Britain,
yeah,
I'd be friendless
right
away because they're a bunch of cunts, both of them.
Yeah, but I just saying but yeah, America should have never treated Britain like a piece of shit after a war.
Yeah, but
they give Germany money for free, and they give Japan money for free.
Well, come on, Chris, for fuck's sakes.
Wow.
They blew up 2 cities in Japan with fucking bombs and wiped out hundreds of thousands or millions of people. I can't remember how many it was.
Myron, but
so
but
why
the Germans.
Why do you think they gave them the money? Maybe to help them rebuild a little bit.
Yeah, but the UK was smashed to pieces. Germany smashed it, and we smashed Germany.
Sean.
Hello.
How's it going?
All right. I'm in the land of potatoes.
Idaho?
Yep. Well, southern Idaho. I call this the Idaho area. Utah and Idaho.
Yeah.
Call it Idaho.
He's a twat there.
Heading back east with a load of Chobani yogurt.
Yeah, Myron, like I said to you, Germany smashed Britain to pieces.
Well, didn't you guys do little bombing back?
Yeah, we smashed them to pieces.
Yeah.
Well, towards the end of the war, yeah, but
Yeah,
Britain was constantly getting bombed by U2, no, not U2, V1 rockets daily, multiple
yeah,
times.
yeah, from Germany, yeah. Yeah, to
And then the
big
advanced
cities, yeah.
U2.
Yeah, Liverpool got smashed to pieces. London, Birmingham, and some cities in Scotland.
But mostly Britain, I mean London got the most of the bombing,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah,
thought so.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of stupid for them to launch one and it land onto a farm. Yeah, it'll burn the crops or whatever, but ain't gonna kill anybody.
yeah, Myron, some of the shit went onto countryside. A bomb went off near me. And what's the point bombing the countryside? You're not going to achieve nothing.
Well,
You might
like
kill
you
a few
said,
people.
hey, what did you say? One bomb went off near you? Maybe they.
Yeah, in 1944.
Yeah, but maybe
Yeah, in the countryside.
well, maybe it was an accident. You don't know. You don't have a fucking clue.
Well, the Germans didn't know.
Well, look at our military.
what
Yeah,
they were
heck.
doing.
In 1954, we accidentally dropped a bomb in the an atomic bomb in the swamp of Savannah, Georgia, and still have to this day found it.
Hey, Bob. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, like I said to you, Myron. Yeah, about 20 miles from me. It's quite, I think it's about 50 Canadian soldiers buried for World War II.
Cheaper than bringing them all home, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why they never went home.
What was that, Chris?
I don't know why. I don't know why your government never got them back home.
Money.
Yeah, it got buried here.
Yeah, well, it's cheaper to bury them there than it is to fly them all the way home now, isn't it?
Yeah, 50
and then if
people,
they flew them home, there would have had to been a military parade for each guy while they're having a funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, in these days, it probably costs thousands.
Well, yeah. It would have cost
yes,
back
cheaper
then, too. 50 guys, that would have been a few planes back then.
Yeah.
They didn't have the big planes that they got today.
No. Yeah. But, 50 people, yeah.
Yeah. God damn, that's flat. That's just like being in southern Saskatchewan.
But like I said to you 2 weeks ago, Myron, you think it's wrong. Ukraine is getting disabled people to fight and old people.
Well, yeah.
Well, like
the
people
Ukrainian government should be taken out and fucking shot for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you don't agree with that, you need to be backhanded into next week.
Yeah, well, our CIA is to blame for their leader because our CIA overthrew Viktor Yanukovych and installed this comedian named Zelensky because Yanukovych wanted to keep Ukraine neutral, which would have kept us in treaty. Well, our corporate elite didn't want to hear that.
Yeah. But yeah, NATO speak expanding for about 20 years.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost him. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, but what do you think about NATO? They've been causing shit for since 1991.
Well, if every country just looked after themselves instead of going all over and causing trouble like the British and United States do,
Yeah.
there'd be
NATO is obsolete.
Yeah, there'd be a lot less problems in the world.
Yeah. Well, and the French caused trouble too.
Well, there's a few governments, the British, the French, and the United States government.
Yeah.
They cause a lot of trouble, but fuck, there's other governments out there that we don't even hear about that are causing trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, China's a superpower and they don't cause trouble.
Not at all.
You.
They're far more humanistic than the United States government is.
Yeah.
And I could explain to you why. Of course, they go to other countries, especially in Africa. They're like, you need some roads, you need some ports, and you can use the latest infrastructure like internet, telephone, and we'll do all this for free.
Yeah.
But of course, they're buying and they're wanting influence because they found oil in Ethiopia, but then the Chinese got to it. Of course they're doing that. But how did the United States, we do it? Well, we bomb the shit out of the people and send our military in. Yeah. And it's like, no.
Yeah, and what, the UK and the US, and they just want to bomb the shit out of different countries and rob oil.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
or whatever resources we can get out of them.
Yeah.
Now, I love my country. Don't get me wrong. It's the leadership I don't like, regardless of who it is.
Well, do you think Trump be better soon?
No.
No.
The only good thing that he did in my eyes, he didn't take us to a war. As a Republican, that's weird.
But yeah, I thought he gave you more jobs.
No.
No.
He says that. A lot of your government people, like currently, they say, oh, we created all these jobs. I'm like, oh, yeah? Where?
Yeah.
Where are these jobs at? Because I'm all over the country.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're bringing them back. Yeah, they're not bringing the jobs back. Why? It's not profitable for the corporate leadership to do that. They're the ones that made the decision, not our government.
Yeah.
Our corporate leaderships made the decision to abandon the United States and Britain for cheap foreign labor, threw all of us under the bus, including you Brits.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and what do you think about immigration? It's too high.
I don't really consider that an issue.
No.
It's our economy.
Yeah. No, like people say, too many immigrants are coming in over the border.
Yeah, well, if you go on my channel, you'll see two videos where I called out our media for lying. I was down there in Eagle Pass in Laredo the day they said 50,000 truck drivers were down there. Yeah. And I was down there like, where are these motherfuckers? And there was no people trying to get in at the border. I mean, these people are crazy. Yeah. Even the people that work down there, they're laughing at the media and people believing what they say on the media. Like, that's not happening here. Like the caravan, back when Trump was president, the caravan was supposed to invade Tijuana. I was there taking a student driver over to Tijuana to get some real Mexican food, and we didn't see nobody.
No.
The Border Patrol showed, I said, look in the media. They said it's right here. They're like, no, that's down by the Mexican southern border because Mexico didn't even let them in.
Yeah.
But they played it off as if it was on our border.
Yeah. Yeah, Myron. The migrants are going to Canada now.
Well, they have been for a while, Chris.
Yeah, they're sneaking. They're going through the United States and they're going to Canada, and they're going through Britain and go on the boat to Canada.
Well, that's because Canada is a better place than Britain.
Yeah, well, and probably United States.
The only problem is the permafrost is melting there, and they're losing more land every day as we speak. Like a driver
Oh.
friend of mine named Canadian Rattler lost his house last year because the permafrost took his house finally. They said, "No, that global warming shit's real," and he showed it to me when I was up there.
Yeah, Myron. Migrants are going from Britain to your country. Why? Because the migrants get paid more.
Well, we're just a better country all the way around than fucking Great Britain.
Well,
We're about the same.
Hotels here, money, but you must give them more.
But Britain has a big plus. They got health care.
Why would they stop in a land like yours where everybody's been fucking their cousins for years?
Yeah.
And they can come over here and there's lots of room.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so much space over here that you guys don't have.
Yeah. But we get free free healthcare, Myron.
Yeah, that's a big plus. Instead of going bankrupt.
But the migrants want to go to Canada.
Well, like I told you,
yeah,
because
we pick on people.
Huh?
Yeah, because we picked on their family.
Well,
we bombed the shit out of their family.
Yeah, I've went to Canada many a times, and I'll tell you what, it's just even more so diverse than we are.
Yeah.
You go into Toronto, you see a lot of Asians, especially in British Columbia and Delta.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Koreans and Japanese that live there.
Yeah. Well, well, Myron probably knows better than me. Is Canadians more like American people, Myron, or British?
Well, I'd say we're liked around the world more than either of your countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd say is Canadians and Americans the same people?
Just about. But I would say that Canada is like a loft apartment over a good party.
Yeah.
I know Myron can relate. They're like, "Hey, keep it down there, eh?" Or they're like our designated driver.
Yeah.
Because we're drunk all the time.
Yeah, Myron. Do you think Canadians are like a British people, or you think we've been different?
I don't know, because I never talked to people about that.
Yeah, no, I've seen them. I went to, well, like you. I've been to America. I found the people in New York. They're just the same as the British people, kind of.
Well, if you fucking figure it out, Chris, it's like that all over the world. It's people just trying to live, mostly with the politicians fucking them around.
Yeah.
Most people are just trying to live, make food on the table, maybe be able to go on a vacation once in a while if they're lucky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think American people are almost like a British people?
We have a lot more in common. We're similarly situated.
You're more warlike, both of you. You're more warlike than Canada is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got more in common with. I got more in common with you, Myron, to someone in France.
No, you don't. You got more in common with the U.S. because your countries go around starting shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a big problem. That's why you're not liked. Because you guys have been busy pushing everybody on the earth around or trying to.
Well, Britain was the empire before we became one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They lost that status when the British sterling was removed from as the world's reserve currency, and the
Yeah.
U.S. dollar took over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1948, America became a world superpower.
What'd they do?
Well, no. I'd say Britain used to be a number one power, and America took it
Yes.
over.
Yeah, that term, the sun never sets over the British Empire. That was true at one time.
Yeah.
Well, back in the late 60s, early 70s, our economy was so fucking good
Yeah.
that we could have been the world power as far as money markets go.
Well, that
But
was
Yeah.
uh, we got this cocksucker named fucking Pierre Elliott fucking cocksucking fuckface Trudeau.
Yeah.
Yeah, this new Trudeau minister, his dad was fucking prime minister, and he just fucking sold everything to the United States really cheap.
Yeah.
So like I
Marion.
said,
You're Canadian. You're Canadian.
oh yeah,
I thought you were from the States. My
no,
mistake. I got a lot of friends up in Canada.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Myron. Yeah, I forgot to say to you. Someone on YouTube said I think he was from Texas. He said, "Do I need a passport to go to Ireland?" And I said to him, "Do you need to go to? Do you need a passport to go to Massachusetts?"
No,
I got to. I got to tell
Well,
you,
Ireland's a
Canada
safe
as a
bloody
whole,
nation.
Canada as a whole is good, with the exception of Quebec. Those
Yeah.
people in Quebec, they can be a little touchy at times because they're of French descent and they speak French
Yeah.
them
and English.
cocksuckers.
And they stick their nose up at you if you don't speak French.
Yeah.
Well, what did I use? I used to know how to swear. Moji Colley's Tabernacle.
Yeah.
I don't know how to speak French, but I do know how to swear in it.
Yeah,
Well,
Myron. Do you think I'm this stupid? Do I need a passport to go to Ireland?
Yeah, that was a stupid question, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's the same nation.
well,
I,
at one time you didn't need a passport to get into Canada.
Yeah.
Your birth certificate would do that. I mean, it was pretty easy to get to Canada.
Yeah.
But now, they want a passport and everything.
Yeah.
yeah, I knew a
But
couple guys in the late 70s. They wanted to go to Mexico, but because they each had a felony, they couldn't go into the United States.
Yeah.
So they had to take a jet that would fly right over the United States to Mexico.
But Myron. Do you think United States and Britain they're too strict? Um, well, Britain won't let you in. You be done for drugs or drink driving.
well, Britain has every excuse to be more strict because you don't have a lot of space. You don't have a lot of land.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that's one thing, Sean, they don't realize.
Yeah.
Just how much
Can-
land there is here.
Canada's got a lot of land man still hasn't even seen yet. We know it's there. We just haven't seen it yet.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Myron. What do you think? The UK is too strict on the border.
Well, really, if they're letting a bunch of fucking people in, that's not being strict, is it?
Well, no. I just saying, you be you be done for drink driving or drugs. Um, um, you see, you went to the airport. They probably deport you.
Well, Chris, if you look a little bit, you could find out that you can get waivers. And if
Yeah.
you have been a long time since you've had a impaired
Yeah.
or drunk driving, whatever you want to call it, that it might only cost $500-600, and you can get in again
Yeah.
because you get that waived. You get that
Yeah.
charge waived, and then it doesn't count.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I got told that United States is quite strict too.
Well, all the fucking white countries in this world have all pretty much got the same fucking rules and the same strictness.
I go to Spain. I go to Spain quite often. They don't even ask me. I just show my passport and they let me in.
Well, that's the way
I
it's
tell you,
supposed to be.
I tell you,
Spain lets everyone in. They let people in with DUI, and they let people in. It's been convicted.
yeah, but the Canadian Border Patrol, when I go in, are very decent to me
Yeah.
and talk to you about Canada, easy in.
Yeah.
Coming back to my own country, I get a bunch of shit sometimes from my Border Patrol. Plus, on top of that, I got to pay $20 to come back. American, not Canadian. I got to pay $20 to get back in.
Yeah.
It's in my own country.
Yeah.
So who's the crooks here?
Yeah.
$20 to get back in, but
What, to get back into your country?
Yeah, it's a toll.
Yeah.
Canada doesn't do that to me.
No.
First time to Canada? No, I've been long overdue, but I enjoy it. Like, well, hope you enjoy your stay. Where are you going? And they'll talk to you. They're decent people.
Yeah.
But these people, they want to shoot somebody. They act like they actually really want to shoot somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our people do.
Have you had shit off the UK border control?
Oh.
Yeah. Good day, Myron, Chris, and Sean.
Nice.
Hello. But I'm a well-traveled man. I've been to a lot of countries because I've been all over here in North America and South America. So now the other side of the planet I've been visiting frequently because I want to go somewhere I've never been before.
So what are you up to, Danny? How come you're not working?
I'm killing time right now. I hung out with a couple of them guys almost, I don't know, for a good 3 hours, man. They were over at my daughter's putting in a couple shed doors so we could put the four-wheeler and the snowmobiles in there.
But England, I've been there once.
Yeah.
I got a good friend that lives in Manchester, outside of Manchester, but he became an American. He kept his dual citizenship.
Yeah.
And he got married to a Filipina, and he moved back there after he retired.
Yeah.
But I did not get to go to Piccadilly Square like I wanted to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He took me to Manchester United football game. That was fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's border control okay with you, or you find them too strict?
Not at all.
No.
You're an American. I'm like, yeah.
Wait,
I'm like,
Sean.
You're yes.
Sean, you said Piccadilly or Piccadilly?
Oh, Piccadilly Station.
What the heck is a dilly?
What, in Manchester?
But what's a dilly though?
What? Oh, it's just the name.
Oh, okay.
You hear the drunks. Yeah, you'd hear the drunks say dilly dilly.
On the park. Yeah, God, yeah. Manchester's a big city.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, Myron, you said you don't like big cities.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to, and still do. I want to go to the Donington Castle Rock Festival. I always wanted to go there. Never had the chance yet.
Hey, I don't blame them for not liking big cities. There's more assholes in them.
That's the memory serves me. That's down by Birmingham, isn't it? Donington.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, near Birmingham.
You say Donington here, they think you NASCAR.
NASCAR? People drive like that on the highways up here. What do you mean?
You gotta watch what's your bullshit there, Danny, because he's driven up here.
What
I'm
do you
long
mean,
overdue.
bullshit? He knows how people drive on the highways in Canada.
I've never had a problem,
Yeah.
but
No, you didn't have no foreigners driving them little BMWs there, pulling out in front of you and brake checking you?
the only time I almost crapped my pants was about 8 years ago when I was in British Columbia and I went down the Smasher. I'm like, shit, man.
The
You
mountain?
break your leg. You just break your leg walking down that mountain.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
And you make sure you got some snow chains too, eh?
Yeah.
Does truck drivers get paid good money in America?
Depends on your situation.
Yeah. Oh no, my dad's a truck driver in the UK. Like my dad said, you get paid more in America more.
I could make between 32 and 35 bucks an hour, class 3.
Depends what kind of deal you make with the employer.
Yeah, company driver, owner operator. I'm an owner operator. Do you make payments on your truck or do you have your title? I got my title 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been doing fairly well because I don't have to make a truck payment.
Shit, don't start talking like that, man.
But
Your
yeah,
truck might start breaking
my dad
down on
makes,
you.
Oh no, I take care of it.
£40,000.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, my dad told me in America you can make more.
Depends.
But you spend a lot.
It's the same thing as more accreditations you got, like dangerous goods, stuff like that, or fuel transport, whatever.
Yeah.
You get paid more for those types of products.
Well,
everything
your country is way
Chris,
bigger, mine.
Everything over here is bigger than your little country.
Yeah.
Trucks are bigger, the cars are bigger, the toys are bigger. Everything's bigger.
You couldn't drive my truck in England.
Byron, you're making him feel bad.
Truck drivers get paid more in the United States.
The top of my truck would be ripped off and the trailer would be bent in half.
Yeah. There's a few bridges like that around here.
But being the truck driver in America, I bet you the job goes on forever. It's too much driving.
Yeah, because our trailers are longer and we're taller. Our truckers are much. Now I could probably pull it off bobtail without a trailer, yeah, but with a trailer, toast.
Yeah. And if you go from east to west or west to east, whichever, you're driving halfway across the world, around the world.
Yeah.
No, like more than halfway, I think.
Yeah, you could drive 3,000 miles.
Fuck, Daddy.
What? It's true, ain't it?
No.
Yeah.
No,
the longest trip I ever did was from Miami, Florida to Seattle, Washington. And that was almost 4,000 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just 4,000. Freak across Canada is a lot more than that.
The UK's only 800 miles.
There is
from
24
bottom to the top.
time zones.
Well,
24 what?
Time zones.
Yeah.
Around the world. 24 time zones.
If you were to take England and Scotland and put it here. Yeah. Well, 5 technically. We have 5 times.
Yeah.
We have a small area. We have a small area in Maine that is Atlantic time zone. I pick a load of potatoes out of there. I didn't know it until I got there. But if you were to take England and Scotland and Wales, that portion of the UK, and put it here in the States, it'd be the size of Florida.
Yeah.
My friend Barry told me that.
Hey, the Newfoundlanders were jealous. They wanted their own time zone, so there's a half-hour difference with them. instead of
I
an
took a
hour.
load of I took a load of crabs to Dildo, Newfoundland. Yes, it's a town. I took a
Yeah.
picture of the sign because nobody would believe me.
Yeah, Myron, does the truck drivers get paid good money in Canada? Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
I just told you a little while ago. I can make from 32 to 35 bucks an hour here.
yeah.
And I'm not a class one. I can't
And that-
35
haul a
bucks.
trailer.
That's about
Yeah, that's just local, eh, Myron?
Yeah, that's just a local truck driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long hauls get paid more, but you need your passport or whatever to go
Yeah,
across because they usually send you south.
but Myron gets to go home daily and get laid.
Yep.
There's no
Yep.
women out here.
Well, come on. There's some truck stops.
Yeah. Well, truck drivers they get prostitutes.
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of knowledge of this, Chris. How do you know?
They were called
Oh,
lot
lot
lizards.
lizards.
Well, my dad.
Yeah,
my
but
dad does,
they went
my dad does the same
extinct in
job.
2011. All the truck stops put a stop to it in 2011.
Yeah.
I remember
the
going
lot
to the
lizards?
yes, I remember going to the TA in Ontario, and a lot of non-working porn stars used to work the lot. You'd see anywhere between 100 to 200 girls in that lot. I actually got what's her name, Ginger Lynn's autograph because I bumped into her. She was a famous porn star. She was working the lot. And me, I'm not paying no women to have sex and get a disease. That ain't gonna happen.
Did you have
But
to
I
pay
wanted
for her
her.
signature?
I bought her something to eat.
Oh,
I offered her something. You know. She said, "I'm hungry. Can you buy me something to eat?" I'm like, "Yeah." Can I have your autograph?
good.
But a lot of times,
Did she put a paragraph on there? I almost got banged by, and then she signed it.
no, she just put her name.
Okay.
The last time I saw one was at the Petro in northern Las Vegas. This girl was in such bad shape. I thought an alien escaped from Area 51. That's how bad shape this girl was in.
My.
And I was like, "You want some company?" I'm like, "No, I'll give you $40 if you do my laundry." Fuck you. I'm like, "Shit, I got to do my own laundry." No. A lot of times when you see a lot lizard, you're like, "I don't want that." You're like, "Ugh."
Yeah, you're right. That's probably why they come out mostly at nighttime. They hope you don't see them as
Well,
good.
it's all on the internet now. When 2011 came around, they closed them all out of the truck stops. They all went on the internet.
So now you got to meet them somewhere.
But
You sound pretty well versed in what's happening with the lot lizards. Are you keeping tabs on them?
no, I just seen what's been the changes out here on the road.
Yeah.
My dad was a trucker. I knew all about it. Back in the day, they were a lot more respectable, and they would be in an RV. They called them a mobile hoe. Now they were a lot more respectable and clean back in the day, and they moved around. Now you gotta understand. I understand what the scoreboard says. In reality, there are more females than males. Every species on the planet, there will always be more females than males. It's the way Mother Nature designed it. Don't kill the messenger. I'm the messenger, but everybody wants to kill me when I say that. And
yeah, but that may be overall, but that depends on which part of the country you're at.
well, that
right?
too. But in general, a commodity never pays the surplus. The surplus plays the commodity. I got a master's in business, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm like,
okay, you're going to
you
confuse
pay
everybody
me.
now.
Yeah, I'm like, no, they pay me. They're the surplus, not me. And I get called an asshole for that. I'm like, no, that's what reality tells me.
Yeah.
I said, go to anybody in business, say, would you pay the surplus? Hell no. I pay for the commodity.
Right on. So wait, what you hauling?
Chobani yogurt out of Twin Falls.
Some what?
Chobani yogurt. It's the expensive shit. A lot of
Oh,
ladies
yeah?
eat it.
Uh,
Costs like $5 a pint.
oh, yeah. Frig. So, what do you got? Just a short trailer or regular
53.
size?
53.
53? Okay, that's
Yeah.
regular size. With a reefer on it, of course.
But I'm endorsed in tanker, flatbed. I got training, and my triple doubles.
You got is that your own trailer or is that company?
No. I was on my own for a little bit and discovered I'm taking a bath, losing a lot of money, paying regular price for diesel. So I'm going to sign on to a carrier. That all that means is I can only haul their freight, which is no
Right.
big deal. They give me
Yeah.
plenty of work.
Yeah,
I
usually.
can all,
Yeah.
and that gives me a fleet discount on the fuel, so I don't pay full price.
That's right on. And they usually keep you going, like one end you pick up, and then you go to the other end, drop off and pick up, or
Yeah, sometimes I pick up where I'm dropping off. My next load will be out of there every now and then.
Yeah.
That works out pretty good. Sometimes I
kinda-
deadhead.
Yeah, that's nice when that happens.
Uh huh.
So
So when the load pays so well, I've deadheaded 600-700 miles to get the load and then go deliver it because it paid so well.
yeah. So what are the diesel prices down there? Are they worse than up here in Canada, or both same?
It depends on where you are. Location is
Okay.
important too.
Yeah.
I just spent $839 on 180 gallons of diesel and 30 gallons of DEF and 20 gallons of reefer fuel.
Yeah.
And that'll last until I get to Nebraska, and then I got to fill up again.
Yeah. $1.60 a liter up here for diesel.
Yeah, I had to explain that to a couple of American drivers that were up there. I was at the TA way on the west side of Toronto on the 401.
Yeah.
And it's a nice TA. And he's like, man, did you see the fuel prices? It was like $1.25 again. I'm like, that's a liter.
A what?
What the hell's a liter? I'm like,
They were saying
did you pay attention in school when they taught us the metric system? Now, I admit, I had to remember myself.
Yeah. Basically, it's times 4, right?
Yeah, but 4 liters is close to a gallon.
Yeah.
Or a little bit more, I think. Just a little bit, but not much.
What is it? Imperial and just the regular?
About 3.8 liters equals a gallon.
Oh, okay. I knew it was somewhere right around there.
Yeah. So you're safe to say if you multiply a liter by 4, you get the price of gallon.
And he was like, oh, shit, I'm paying the same price. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Like one idiot friend of mine, he doesn't drive a truck. He went up to Canada for vacation. He was doing 100 miles an hour on the 401 until the Mounties pulled him over and thought he was crazy. I'm like, idiot, that was kilometers an hour, not miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. It's like it's right there on your speedometer. The smaller numbers is kilometers an hour, dipshit. I'm surprised they didn't kick the shit out of you and throw you in the clink for that.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the first time they might let it go by, but it's not very often they will. They will choose to give you a ticket.
They let him go.
Did
and
they,
I'm like, yeah. They said, he's an American. He's special.
Yeah. Well.
Wow. My aunt drove 60 miles an hour through a fucking... Hi, Jane.
I think as a convenience, when you go over the border, there should be a sign that reminds you they use the metric system up here. Pay attention.
Yeah.
as a convenience,
Well, should put that on the United States side.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When we go into Canada, as a convenience, as Americans, we should put a sign up there for convenience. They use the metric
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to want to spend that much money for all the access roads and highways coming in and out of Canada to the States? Boys, it would cost them a lot of money. They ain't going to spend that on signs. They'd sooner give you a ticket and hope that you pay it. And if you don't pay it, the next time they see you around,
Oh,
well,
Danny,
what?
floss between the ears there, man. We were talking about putting the signs on the United States side and them paying for it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
sure. You can
Like,
do that.
we're not responsible what happens when you cross this border, but you do realize they use the metric system and not our system, okay? The imperial system.
I have a lot of people say, "What the fuck is that metric system?"
Because they didn't pay attention in school.
That's right. I think that metric system up here came when I was like in grade what? Let me see, 1, 2, 3. In grade 5, I think it was.
They've had it ever since I could remember, and I was born in 1970.
Well, I think it was about 78 or about 78 when they went from metric or over to metric up here.
Depends which province. New Brunswick only did it in 81 or 82 or something like that. I think it was early 80s.
Okay. Well, Alberta went in 78.
In 78, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been 78, but they weren't really incorporating it in the schools because they're too cheap. It has to friggin' buy new supplies or something. Right? That would mean that everybody would have to get a different type of ruler instead of a foot long.
I was working on the fucking oil rigs, Daddy.
Were ya?
And we're doing everything in the old standard. And then one day they say, hey, now you got to do it in metric.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost our British friend. I wanted to tell him how friendly the Canadians are. I delivered to the Bear Company in Toronto. It's somewhere on the west side. I can't remember, but I remember it well. They make Bear aspirin, some pharmaceuticals, and they said, "Just back. We can't get you unloaded. Just back your truck into the door and leave your door shut." I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "We'll get to you in the morning." And they're like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "I don't know. Probably just watch some TV." "Are you a hockey fan?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I'm a Blackhawks fan." They're like, "Would you like to go to a game?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll buy." I bought the tickets, food, and everything. We had a great. He took me to a hockey game. I thought we were going to a Maple Leafs game. It was the women. It was Toronto versus Ontario. I don't know remember the names of the team, but they were all women. And my tongue was hitting the floor. I was like, wow. Except for the referee, that she looked like Luca Brasi. After the game, before the game ended, he said, "Let's go across the street. When they get cleaned up, they come over to the club afterward." I'm like, "Shit, yeah." We went over there, man. I mean, them girls could hit. I was impressed.
Yeah, it is. Some of them girls are better than most of the guys.
Howdy doody Devo.
But I'll tell you what, man, that female referee, she looked rough. I swear she did. She looked like Luca Brasi.
She probably used to play without a Goldie's mask or something.
Fuck, man, I was pressed up against the glass with my tongue hanging on the glass.
I can remember when pretty much nobody wore a mask, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when you were a kid, yeah.
Hey, they were brave.
They didn't even wear a mask when they played goalie.
That's what I mean.
That was scary.
Yeah, that's why most of the hockey players didn't have no freaking front teeth.
And the goalies looked like Frankenstein. They'd always had a nasty scar on their face.
Well, I can't remember which one it was, but one of them had, I think it was somewhere over 1,000 stitches on his face.
Oh, yeah?
Phil Esposito?
You mean Tony? Tony was goalie. Tony Esposito. But no, it was back Gump Worsley, maybe. Who's that other one?
Me and my brother was at that Buffalo game when the goalie got his throat slit by a skate. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I just saw blood hit the ice. Boom. I was like, holy shit. They stopped the game for quite some time. I'm surprised he survived. All that blood.
Yeah,
A
but
lot of
you could. It a lot of times it looks worse than it is.
yeah. I
You
didn't get to
know.
see the cut, but I saw all the blood hit the ice. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
A lot.
Blood. I remember when I was a little kid, I went to a hockey game with my dad, and within 10 minutes of the game, both teams, man, on the ice and knuckling each other. Like the whole teams.
Oh, the
Boom,
best
referee
one.
called it. That's it, man. Game over.
Bench clearing brawl is what you call that, Danny.
Yeah, but nothing will ever beat the Good Friday game between the Habs and the Nords. They spent more time divvying up the penalties and stopping the fighting than game time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the games lasted, what, 4 hours sometimes?
Yeah.
That's when you could really sit down and watch a game.
Yeah, but in
Now,
all sports, that was the most intense rivalry, the Nords and the Habs, and they're talking about bringing the Nords back. You know,
yeah.
adopting another team like the Kraken and the Golden Knights.
So now they're not even allowed to freaking check against the wall and shit like that, are they? Or they
Oh
brought
yeah,
in some stupid rules there because of Gretzky.
Yeah, he was a cocksucking baby.
yeah. But I tell you what, the violence is what brought a lot of people butts in the seats.
Well,
I have to admit that.
Yeah. Hey, when
Yeah.
when Gretzky used to play, right, the opposing team would try to target him, but he'd have like blockers. He'd have a couple guys that would stop the other team from going after him, like the bouncers kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well,
My
yeah,
favorite.
the Moose.
The what?
Moose.
The Moose?
Yeah,
Manitoba Moose?
No, that was his nickname. He played here, and then he went down and played in New York. When he played,
I think I know who you're talking about.
and he was the one that I thought really was the best on that team, but I can't remember his name now.
My favorite enforcer of all time is Derek Bugard. He was a beast.
Right.
Well, my favorite player of all time was the scoring champion for a short time, I think. Howie. Howe.
Gordie Howe?
Gordie Howe, yeah. Okay.
See, and Marion's old enough to have seen Gordie Howe play. We haven't.
He played right into the 70s. He played with his sons.
For the minor league Hartford Whales before they got adopted to the NHL. Yeah, but I was so little, I don't remember it.
Well, I do. Oh.
But Derek Bugard, man, coming out. Oh, I remember he hit that dude from the Mighty Ducks. The helmet come flying off. I thought his head was still in it.
Boomgard or Baumgartner?
No, Derek Bugard. He was 6'8", like 6'8". Oh my God, yeah, he was a beast. He hurt a lot of people.
Is it Bugard or Bogard?
Bugard. They called him the Boogeyman. He mostly played for the Minnesota Wild in the NHL, and then he got traded to the New York Rangers, and then he ended up dying of a OxyContin overdose with alcohol. It was sad.
Mark Messier was who I was thinking of.
Well, he's a good scorer and a good fighter.
Yeah,
Messier was.
But if it wasn't for him and a couple of other guys that were on the Edmonton team, Gretzky would have been too busy picking his ass up off the ice a lot of times, but
Yeah.
What do you mean? He probably would have been saying, "Oh, I broke my leg or something," when he
Well,
just sprained it or
yeah.
something.
That was the
Right.
Stanley Cup team. They had Paul Coffey, big defensive men,
yeah,
Messier, Gretzky. Uh, oh man, I can't remember. He was the last guy that didn't have to wear a helmet because he was grandfathered in.
Guy
La
Lafleur.
something. Lafleur, that's it. Yeah.
no, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
clear.
When they show his picture, he's usually got no front teeth.
But he was the last NHLer that never had to wear a helmet because he was
Yeah.
grandfathered in.
I can't remember his name, but he had curly brown hair.
You had what?
Curly brown hair whenever he took his helmet off to fight. Well, he didn't have to take his helmet off. He always had
Uh,
that
But
curly hair.
Bob, there was Bob Probert, Bobby
Yeah,
Probert.
Yeah, they
yeah.
don't usually have to take the helmets off. They usually end up flying off.
Yeah, but when Bugard did it, I thought the dude's head was still in it.
Whereabouts you traveling now? Anyways, just curious.
I am about 30 miles to the border of Utah. I call this the Idaho area. I'm headed to Wilmington, Illinois.
So, but what? Quarter of the way from north going south in the States? No?
Oh, I'm in the States. I'm in Idaho.
Okay, I'm not good with geography.
Yeah, I got to pass through Utah, Wyoming, Nebraska, Iowa, and then I'm in Illinois. I'm headed back east.
Okay, I was just gonna say, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't live technically. I don't live too far from Toronto. Maybe about an 8-hour drive in a car. I
Oh,
live in
yeah?
Ohio. I live in Ohio, down by Dayton and Cincinnati.
Okay. You're going. Oh.
And I'm long overdue. I usually made 2 or 3 trips to Canada a year, but I haven't been there since I met Darren Dobson, and that was over 2 years ago, which is ridiculous. I'm the one that was bringing y'all's Viagra.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, delivering it to the Bear Aspirin, the Bear place there.
Yeah.
And those loads paid really good too.
I imagine.
Because I got a Canadian guard would ask me, "What you got on here?" I said, "I got Viagra." Yeah, it's drugs. And they'd look at me with a smirk and say, "You're funny, aren't you?" I'm like, "Well, the good thing is I don't need it."
Yep. They probably stopped you from shipping them up here after the Cialis and all those other ones came out.
Yeah. Well, I've delivered the main ingredient for Levitra to Montreal, but we don't do any freight out of that area. So I deadheaded 50 miles into Vermont because we haul the Ben and Jerry's ice cream right there in St. Albans. It's just right over the border. I was coming back from Canada, and our own border patrol was giving me a hard time. Okay, back your truck in and open your doors, and they were tearing my truck apart. And I showed them my bill of lading. We don't do freight out of this area. We do ice cream for Ben and Jerry's. Now, my last load was the main ingredient to Levitra. Now, if the dog starts humping his leg, you might want to call a vet.
Yeah.
They didn't think that was funny. I said, I didn't know what I was going to do to the dog.
Well, Byron, I'm gonna jump down. My alarm's gonna go off in a few minutes. I gotta go get the first bunch of yahoos and that, and I know for a fact I won't be back until you're probably done. So, thanks for having me up, man. Good
Thanks for
talking to
having
you,
us.
Sean, Myron,
Sure.
whoever who's in chat. See you later. Have a good one.
I don't know who's in chat because I can't read it.
It says there's 5 people, but
You had a whole crew of people in here the last time I was here.
Yeah, it varies day to day.
But no, I thought you were an American. I didn't know you were from Canada.
So, place called, I was born in Peace River, live in Fairview, north of Grand Prairie, which is way northwest of Edmonton.
Yeah, the only thing I ever did in distribution center north of Calgary. I did get to go to a Flames game though. I had to take a cab though because I always
I,
wanted to visit the Saddle Dome.
yeah, I went there once too.
But I've
It
never
was
got to
neat.
go up to Edmonton though.
Ah,
So you're an Oilers fan then, right?
no, I'm a Flames fan.
Really? Wow.
I got tired of hearing how good Edmonton and their sports teams were when I was pretty fucking young.
I think it's funny it's happened to Atlanta twice. We had the Atlanta Flames years ago. They moved to Calgary. The year they moved there, they won the Stanley Cup. And
Yeah.
then here a couple years ago, the Atlanta ends up getting the Thrashers. Wayne Gretzky buys the team and moves them to Winnipeg. It didn't happen again. But what did happen is the Nords moved from Quebec to Colorado, and then the Avalanche won the Stanley Cup that year because some
Yeah.
fan was holding a sign up said, "Thanks for the Nordiques, Quebec. You want the Nuggets?" Because the Nuggets was an awful NBA team. That was cold.
I don't
Yeah,
even hard, I don't even hardly watch any major league sports anymore because they're overpriced, priced
uh,
fucking whiners.
yeah. But who won between the Oilers and the Canucks?
Damn, I don't even know.
I know
I
they were going against each other in the playoffs, and it was tied 2-2 the last time I.
just give me a minute and I will find out for you.
Because I tried to go to a game. I was right. I was close to Vancouver day before yesterday.
Uh, when was this game? Must have been yesterday. It's Edmonton won 3-2.
So Edmonton's moving on to the next round, or
Yep.
oh, that's cool.
Oh, but now I got to cheer for somebody else.
Who are they going? Who are they going against?
Uh, I don't think they know yet.
Okay.
I'm looking, trying to see if they know, but
Yeah, it's been a while since Edmonton's been this far in.
yeah, well, it hasn't hurt my feelings at all. Fuck Edmonton.
I thought Calgary was still in it too, or they were in it.
They dropped out pretty quick. They didn't last long this year.
Yeah, my
You could
team's
pretty
going to
much,
have to rebuild for a while.
yeah.
Because I about threw up when they let Patrick Kane go.
Uh, uh,
I was
well, when Toronto Maple Leafs won the cup in '67, and by 1970 had traded all of the good players off except for one. I said, fuck Toronto Maple Leafs, and I never had a hockey team for a while because I would not pick Edmonton. And then we got the
But
Flames, and
that was in 1987, if I remember right. The Flames
somewhere,
moved.
somewhere there, yeah.
I just couldn't believe the Winnipeg Jets moved and became the Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah. Well, if the hockey league did a little investigations into who and where the teams should be going, they could improve the thing, but they keep giving them to places like Winnipeg. Not big
Mhm.
enough.
Yeah, but there's a lot of money to be made if they brought the Nordiques back. And that rivalry, they were selling out every game. Nords versus the Habs, but they were killing each other though.
Yeah. But then you could say the same about the Edmonton Calgary rivalry.
But Saskatchewan doesn't have one, but they got a lot of minor league teams and a
Yeah.
lot of junior league teams, but no NHL team.
Well, I think if I remember right, Saskatchewan is the most sparsely populated province.
Yeah, but they got a lot of hockey fans. I
Yeah,
mean, the
but
Manitoba Moose is the highest ranked team they got, I think. They're AAA.
but uh, long ways to drive to watch your hockey team if you live up in the northern part of the province.
But almost every town's got one. Moose Jaw, Regina Pats.
Uh,
All them towns got a team.
yeah, that's why they don't need a professional team. They've all got one, and everybody backs them up.
Uh-huh. Well, a lot of NHL level players come from that area.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Hall boys years ago, Bobby Hall.
I'm surprised Bret Hart sold to Hitman. That was a cool minor league team system. Now I think they're a junior league team now. The Calgary Hitmen.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get my hands on one of those jerseys too.
I don't even know if I've seen one of their jerseys. I got
Yeah,
three Flames jerseys, but I never wear them.
yeah. Well, I got a ton of jerseys. There's a few that I really want, and that's one of them. I want a Calgary Hitman jersey.
Huh.
They're pink and black, and he started the team when he was the WWE champion back when it was the WWF, and
Right.
I think shortly thereafter he retired, he sold the team.
Yeah. Well, diversifying his portfolio in his old age. Taking money out to give to
Uh,
his kids.
yeah, I've been waiting to see if his son made it to the NHL. Bret Hart's son is very good at hockey.
Huh.
because he was talked about in an interview. I know my son went in another direction. He's a hockey player. And he said, but all of us played hockey, but him, he's got something special. I was kind of hoping that his son would make it and be like, oh, cool.
Yeah. How old would his son be now?
At least in his late 20s, I think, mid to late 20s.
If he hasn't made it by now, he's not going to make it.
Yeah, because a lot of them they're getting when they're 19 and 20 years old. Like Taves and Patrick Kane. My favorite two goalies of all time is a toss between two, Ed Belfour and Patrick Waugh. I liked Patrick Waugh because he was aggressive like I was. As a goalie, he got into fights regularly. that was me too, but I never started it.
I was really good at hockey until I had to put skates on. Hey, Josh.
The best I got was 2A minors. The East Coast Hockey League. I played backup goalie for the Dayton Bombers for 2 years, and then I gave it up. I'm like, I'm getting a little too old. They ain't gonna move me up anywhere. You know, I'm not even the starting goalie here. You know. But when they saw me, they're like, "Wow, you're just as big as Patrick Waugh." I said, "Hey, that's one of my idols." but Montreal was stupid for letting him walk.
Yeah. He's not in Saskatchewan, guys. He's in Ohio.
Who is?
Aren't you? Very close. Utah. Ohio. That's where you are.
Oh, yeah, I live in Ohio. But I'm in just about ready to get into Utah here.
Yeah.
I'm coming up to the border from Idaho.
But he thought you were in Saskatchewan.
yeah, I drew through the prairie once, man. That wind, pretty rough. That wind can carry you.
Yeah. Geez, what you need to do is haul something to PEI. Because you can drive over the longest bridge over salt water, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. I do like going to Alberta when I did. I've been to Alberta 3 times. I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
And everybody would think it's mountainous terrain. Well, if you go way west of it, yeah, you'll run into them. But it's probably flat.
Well,
Just
in the southwest of Alberta, we got rolling hills. There's Badlands down there. Just like the Badlands down in the States.
Oh, and then there's that mean ass gorge when you get into Sweetgrass there. It's like way down and right back up. That's a big gorge, but they got a bridge on it too. Like, whoa.
That must be on the state side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's right before you get to the border.
Well,
Interstate 15.
the farthest I've been over the border to Sweetgrass is 3 or 4 out of the 7 bars that were there that when I was there. Went across the border and hit all the bars, got really, really drunk, and came home.
Yeah, that was Montana.
Yeah. But that's I never got to see the gorge.
They're mostly Blackfoot Indians and Flatheads. That's where the res is, the reservation.
I got Cree in my ancestry.
You have Cree?
Yeah.
I'm one half Chippewa. Two of my grandparents were Chippewa. The other ones were one was German, the other one was Irish. So I call myself a Chip McCrout. Sounds like something from the McDonald's menu. That's why when you look at my avatar, that's when I had long hair. I recently had it cut. That's when I had long hair. I cut it the day after the total eclipse.
Yeah.
Everybody said I looked like Meatloaf.
Well, I was thinking of shaving this year, but some asshole told me that I should fucking. And
Nobody would recognize you.
just because of that. Yeah, but they would recognize the house and the voice. Eventually.
Yeah, my two youngest daughters never seen their dad with short hair. I donated it to Wigs for Kids. You know, children that get chemotherapy, they lose all their hair.
Yeah.
They take mine that I donate and they make wigs with it and give it to the kids.
Huh.
But when I go to powwows, I can't wear my feathers. It's a pain. Don't have enough hair for it to hold on to.
Well, I don't have enough native in me to wear a feather.
Well, if you show that you have Cree in you, the reservations are pretty loose now. If you're able to show that, they'll give you your name. It took them a long time to finally give me mine. My aunt gave me mine. She must have, but she still lives up in Wisconsin on the Dells. She removed. She's a medicine woman, which is rare.
Yeah. You roboted a lot there.
I don't know where it's being held.
Oh, I was going to suggest him repeating what he said, but 150 in Ontario for a res card. Ah.
Yeah,
You're back.
I'm sorry about that. That happens. I'm always move. I could lose my cell phone signal. Yeah, they had the
Yeah.
big powwow, the Gathering of the Nations in Albuquerque last year. Wasn't able to make it, but my cousins went. They said it was 130 degrees. You would have been miserable. Everybody was because it was so damn hot. I said, well, they need to have it up in Wisconsin or Michigan.
Well, it gets hot up there too. I call
Yeah,
it
but not
up there,
130.
down there. Well, as far as I'm concerned, anything over about 73 or 7, yeah, about 73 is too fucking hot, Sean.
Yeah, I mean it's bearable, but when you hit 90 and more, it starts to become unbearable. 130, oh yeah, you're miserable.
Well, I know guys in this town that went over to, where the fuck did they go? Yemen. And they worked in the desert over there, and it was 140 in the sun or in the
Yeah,
shade.
they were literally cooking over there.
Uh, and one guy had a camel spider eat a hole in his back while he was
Ooh,
sleeping. They spit a freezing potion on you, and then they eat a hole where they froze it. And then they'll spit more in there and eat a bigger hole.
damn.
Sure, God, my spiders don't do that.
Uh, Now they have it in the Choctaw Res there in southern Oklahoma. That'll be good
Uh,
because they got a lot of shade there, a lot of wooded area. Not a whole lot of shade in Albuquerque.
well, there's a few reserves out here where I could hang out. And it's funny, I know more Cree than some supposedly natives.
Really?
Yeah,
Not a whole lot of people speak that though. Just like the native tongue here, there's only you know maybe
yeah.
a little over 1 million people that speak it.
I don't know a ton of words. I only know a few words, but that's more than they know, and they're supposed to be native.
There are times I run into that. I'll be like, "Oh, yatta hey," and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, hello." They'll respond in English, and then
must
some of them that
relocate
never
me
been to
now.
a powwow, which is strange to me, they don't know what you said.
Yeah, my great, no, my grandfather.
Oh, there it is. There's the sign for Utah, right there to the right.
Uh,
You don't want to try to date women here because they're all taken by about 12 men. Because they got Mormons. This is where they live.
Danny wants to know how long your hair needs to be to make a wig.
Mm, where you can donate, I think
Yeah,
it has to be below the shoulders, and then you have enough there.
so I'm good. I can cut
But
mine.
shit, mine was down to my waist. They had a ball
Oh,
cutting my hair.
yeah.
They put it in 4 ponytails and then snipped them.
Huh.
One on each side of the head, and two in the back.
Huh.
One lady said, "Are you sure you want to cut this beautiful hair?" I said, "Yeah, it'll grow back in about 3 years."
Ooh. Takes me a little longer than that. We're frozen again, John. We're not traveling down the highway smiling like the song says anymore. Oh,
Yeah, but Myron, I can't grow a beard or a mustache. Yeah, I can't grow a beard or a mustache. I don't have chest hair. It looks like I shave my legs. That's part of being native. We don't grow hair very well, except for on top of our head.
yeah. I didn't start shaving really until I was hell. Fuck, I was in my 30s and I was still only shaving once every 3 days. And uh, where I was working, my life depended on having a good seal on a face mask, so no hair, but I could get away
I'd
with
like
shaving.
I'd like to know what it's like to have a beard and mustache. Be dignified. I'll never know.
Well, maybe the next time you get your haircut, you could get him to weave you a beard. Well, Danny can't grow a beard either. And he wants to know if that's why. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a native trait. You can't grow a beard or a mustache, or some can grow a little bit here, a little bit there. It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
We're not a very hairy people.
Before the white man came along, they used to just use two clams or a clam, and they'd use that to pluck the hairs out.
Uh-huh.
Because they didn't shave, they didn't have knives to shave with, so instead, at least on the coastal regions, I don't know if that was true in land so much.
Yeah, my daughter inherited the perfect skin. When she tans, she just has to go out. She don't have to put lotion on her. Nothing. When she goes outside, she just browns really good.
Yeah,
A great tan, and she holds on to it longer than everybody else does.
yeah. I used to be like that.
My daughter, Kaylee, she's 10 years old now.
And Jane, I have four lighters like that in the house. I wasn't without a lighter, but I only knew where there was three, so I was short one.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't driving. I could show you my feathers. I keep them with me on the truck because every now and then I'll end up on the reservation. Like last night, I did a vision quest with the Umatillas
Oh yeah.
in Oregon. And when you go to enough powwows or gatherings, you meet everybody from different reses and make friends.
Yeah.
And I have a noticeable truck. They saw me pull in because it's right next to the casino. They called me up. Hey, you want to go and we're going to do a vision quest. I said, yeah, you come get me. I'll fill your tank up. I'll buy dinner.
I got one for you, Sean. The Apaches and I think it's the Dog Ribs. They live north of here, and it goes all the way up from them all the way up into Alaska. But they're related. Where
Really?
all of the rest of the natives in between are not related to either side.
Huh. Well, from what I heard, that the Crees, they're pretty big. They got a good sized res in Canada, but the Crees are closely related to us Chippewas,
Yeah.
and there's a
Well,
few sub tribes in between all of us.
the Crees were originally from the east, and I don't know when, but they moved out west. My grandfather married a full blood Cree, but then I think all the rest all married white guys. I don't really consider myself a native. All the old natives used to call me a white boy. All the white boys used to call me Indian. Well, Danny, I'm 15% Cree.
That's good enough. You should be able to get your name.
Yeah, I
You go to the
know.
council.
Oh, I should be able to phone up the guy here. What the hell? Uh,
But see, we moved away. We lived in Illinois, and when I became of age, you really weren't sort of interested at the time. And then later on, I was, and I've kept in touch with my aunt. She goes, "You get up here, we'll do the ceremony, we'll get you your name." And I got it
yeah.
10 years ago, finally. And I was worried too.
Uh,
And I'm like, yeah, it matches my personality. Because I was wearing my cowboy boots, walking on her hardwood floor. It'd make a large thud noise. She gave me the name Thunderhoof.
so Danny wants to know what they call you. Thunder
Oh,
Hoof, Danny. Thunder Hoof.
yeah, yeah, Thunderhoof.
Weren't weren't you listening, Danny? Good thing he wasn't farting when he was getting his name.
Oh yeah, I could already say probably they would probably name me Ass Gas or something, you know.
Thunder behind.
Yeah, that's a good one. But see, the ceremony, at least in not all tribes handle it the way they handle it differently. And the Chippewa tribe traditionally, I went with that, and they only can do it on the res because the laws of the states do not exist there, and nobody wanted to go to jail for attempted murder. I had I had to have a tomahawk thrown at me, an arrow shot at me, and a spear, either used or non-used. But I knew he wasn't going to kill me. But that arrow, Robert, he was drunk off his ass, but he is really good. He can put that arrow wherever he wants to. And he goes, get up there. I'm going to part your hair. I thought he's not even going to be able to shoot it. Before I knew it, he pulled that arrow out, boom, right away. Ding, about an inch from the top of my head. He goes, you don't want Robert shooting at you when he's sober.
Oh, Jane's got some nice names too. Jane and Tarzan, or Jane, Dick, Sally, and Puff.
As a matter of fact, I got the arrow that was shot at me. My cousin had it for years. He said, "You make it out here, I'll give it to you." I'm like, "Cool." So it's up in my bunk.
Uh,
I said, "I totally forgot what happened to it." He goes, "I had it." Yeah, they take it serious.
it should have been bullets, not arrows, unless the neighbors were fighting around against each other. They weren't playing fucking cowboys and Indians, Danny.
Nope.
It was
But
just,
see, we didn't play that game all that much. But when we did, in the small towns of Illinois that we lived in, they didn't like playing it anymore because I would always play the Indians and we'd kick their ass. Like, man, we're gonna make this a little bighorn here.
fuck, I can't believe how stupid those military fuck ups were.
Yeah, well, you got to look at the times back then. I mean, they were a men of their time. Yeah, we look upon it now, and just like a couple hundred years from now, people are going to look at us and like, really? But not in much disdain as I would at them for being genocidal bastards. But karma has its way, and he did.
Uh,
Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull saw to that. Yeah, they didn't know what to do with me. They wanted to punish me. They weren't sure what, because there was a heated debate when I was in high school in history class,
yeah,
and they were like, "What's the greatest moment in American history?" Because the presidents talk about this crap, right? And they asked me, and I'm like, "Do you want a truth or do you want a lie?" And they said, "Give us the truth." I'm like, "Okay." The greatest moment in American history, when Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse wiped out the 7th Cavalry at Little Bighorn. Everybody was quiet and looking at me like, what the hell? Yeah, that's my idea of the greatest moment in American history.
yeah.
The Lakota and the Sioux. I didn't think the teacher really understood or liked the answer.
No. Jane late for supper. That would be a good name for you, Jane.
Mm-hmm. But when it became required reading back in the day, and I highly recommend it to everybody that can hear me, read the book Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, and you'll fully understand Native Americans. You'll fully understand what went on back then. And that's a good book, believe me, and it's all true.
Oh, and the Trail of Tears.
Oh, that too. But I think bury my heart at Wounded Knee really bottles the edge.
Uh, well, there's
But
another one too. Man named Fetterman said he could go through the whole Sioux Nation, I think it was, with 80 men. Didn't make it.
they wanted their land. Uh, the incident
Yeah,
out there in the Dakotas because they found a big patch of gold out there
yeah,
at that time.
yeah.
It was all over gold.
Black Hills of North Dakota. And that was after the government had deeded that to the natives, saying, hey, this is yours. And then, fuck, found gold. No, you guys get the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
We'll just kill a few more of you off, and
Yeah,
then we'll give you another place.
yeah. It's history that needs to be repeated and remembered, and not as a punishment to anybody. It's just an awareness of our school's whitewashed history, and shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. But then that's the way it always is. The victor decides what happened.
Yes.
Except for it's not in paper as much, but I don't even know if it'd still be going on, but being told in stories.
Yes. Ugh, excuse me.
From the loser side, that's all they could do is tell it in stories, but I would go as that's probably more the truth than what.
Yeah, the English or the Irish did not need to bring their livestock here. The cows. Cows is a European thing. They're not indigenous to here. We had so many buffalo. You want steak? Just go out there and shoot you that buffalo and dress them up and everything. But you see, they were capitalists. They didn't, or businessmen. They didn't want us to get free beef. They want us to buy their beef. So they had someone like Buffalo Bill Cody come storming throughout the West out like a hero, and just shoot all the buffalo and kill them.
Well, it was partly that, and partly actually, it was all that because it was the fact that it killed off all the buffalo. The natives wouldn't have anything to eat.
Well, that too. It was a double whammy.
Yeah.
But they're making a comeback finally. The buffalo is, but not like what it used to be.
No, well, there will never be a herd of 1 million or 2 million buffalo traveling north and south like there used to be because everything's fenced off.
Yeah, that's why our natives didn't starve to death or anything like that. They always had something to eat.
Yeah.
And they didn't waste anything.
No. And you wonder how they could stay warm in the wintertime. I tell you, when you got a fucking buffalo coat on.
Oh, yeah, it's warm.
Oh, it's warm.
That's why I make the joke. You're like a hog. You can eat a whole hog. All you got to do is spit out its gums and teeth.
Fuck, I don't know how you don't get bored. I know that I can see every once in a while you're taking a slight curve,
Uh-huh.
but it's pretty much just you might as well say straight and flat. Or that's
Well,
it
it appears flat, but I'm going downhill. I'm running my retarder brake to not going 80 miles an hour down the mountainside here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't tell because
One day I was hoping I can get like a 3D camera
Yeah.
And people, I can do a live stream like that, and if people have an Oculus, they could put it on, and it'd be like if they were sitting in the cab with me. They could look around like they're actually here. If I had a 3D camera and way to
Yeah.
set it up on StreamYard like that,
Yeah.
I thought that'd be pretty cool. Because video and pictures just don't do it justice out here. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's still a lot of snow on these mountains out here too. But I'm glad they did get the snow that they did out here, because Lake Mead finally is filling back up the way it used to be. And a lot of the rivers that, because Lake Mead was starting to disappear, and that was getting scary.
Yeah. Uh, Northern Adventures said about 3 minutes ago that it was to take away the food. Yeah. Okay, now I know what he was talking about. It was take away the natives' food supply. That was when they killed all the buffalo.
Yep.
Bison. Technically, they're bison and not buffalo.
Yeah, if you look at the history pictures, you see these guys with their rifles standing on a mound of buffalo skulls. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really? But you got to think, they weren't very educated back then.
That is true.
We were still trying to get out of the cave, the mindset of out of the caves.
Well, I think the way the natives were living in North America was a way fucking better than what we're doing now. They
Oh,
didn't ruin the land.
yeah. But one thing is they didn't have is air conditioning. They didn't have aircon when you needed it.
True, but you move north with the heat and south when it's cold.
Oh yeah.
It's just how far did you want to travel on that fucking horse?
Yeah. Or walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Ute reservation here. UTE.
Yeah.
Now, them and the Navajos really didn't get along very well,
No, they didn't.
because the Navajos were trying to, well, back then they enslaved the Utes when they captured them.
Hey, good citizen media. Trinidad, Colorado. How far away are you?
Oh hell, I'm still in northern Utah. I ain't even hit Salt Lake yet. I probably won't even make it to Salt Lake because I'm running out of legal drive time. I probably have to stop park it in Ogden. I only got a couple hours drive time left. Came out of Washington this morning.
So what would you do if your hours went out right here? Would you just pull her over to the side of the road and...
Oh no, not on the shoulder. That's dangerous. You just nearest place to park.
Yeah.
That's safe park, like a rest area, truck stop.
Okay, so if there's nothing there, you can just keep on going.
Yeah, and I always hope that I got good signal where I park. That way I could stay on the live stream. of whoever's live stream I'm on. But the way I'm going is I'm going to take the Devil's Slide on northern Utah, Salt Lake, cut over and get on Interstate 80 there, and Echo, and then take it all the way across Wyoming. And Wyoming is a boring drive for me. I mean, everybody else is like, "Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Look at." I've seen it hundreds of times. Now I get a little excited when I'm on a live stream. I could actually let people see and share what I'm looking at. But when you're looking at beauty, and it's like if you're the only one, what's the point if you have no one to share it with? Not slowing me down climbing this mountain here.
What have you got? A cat motor in there?
A cup holder? Yeah, I got two of them.
No, a cat motor.
Oh no, Packard.
Packard.
I'm gonna only have this truck on the road for another few months, probably in October. And two things: I'm either gonna sell it or I'm gonna park it at the house, and I'm gonna get a new truck. But I told them, I said, look, if the economy is still shit and you got overpriced trucks, I'm not buying a new one. I'll buy a used one. I said, but these trucks are way overly priced. I said, I paid 150 grand for this truck that I'm driving. If I were to sell it brand new today, you want 210,000? I'm like, you people are nuts. The rates haven't even gone up. The rates are still what they were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I said, if the rates go up, you can raise the price, but that's why you're not selling these things, except for some fool that doesn't know business.
Sounds like the cops might have stopped somebody here in town.
Damn, this is really bogging me down here. Yeah, dude, the only reason why you're going that fast is because you're empty. Because I was empty going over cabbage like it was nothing. Yeah, if you're empty, yeah, you're going to come screaming over the mountain. But if you're hauling 40,000 pounds in the trailer, makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this flatbedder here. He's just hauling his tarps.
Yeah. Jaden thinks it's a beautiful sky.
Yeah, in the middle there, if you're able to zoom in, you can see the snow up on top of the mountain up there.
Yeah, we can't zoom in. But that mountain to the left there, I think I see white up in the sky.
That's straight in front of me.
No, I don't see that mountain.
Yeah, but for some reason my camera makes everything look too like it's far away. Like the flatbed in front of me looks like it's a mile away. It's only not even 80 yards.
Yeah. There must be a different setting in your camera.
Yeah.
Another peckerhead's not hauling anything.
And 50 miles, it'll level off and it'll get flat. And the mountains will be to my left until I get off. It's Interstate 15 and 84 run together, and then when they break away from each other, I stay on 84. That's called the double slide.
Huh.
They call it that because it's pretty rugged and it's zigzags like crazy. You got to slow down around those curves. If you don't, your truck's gonna flip.
Yeah.
And there's a Smokey Bear. He got himself someone pulled over. Better hope you have E-log, or he's gonna screw you in the ass without KY with your comic book, your log book. We call it the comic book. A lot of truckers don't use them anymore. They got E-logs now. It's all computerized.
Yeah.
Me, I hated it. I'm glad we got E-logs. I'm like, let the computer do all that work.
Up here, it's still the old paper route most of the time. In most trucks.
What's up?
Going 801.
Oh, I didn't know we had somebody in here. Cool. Thanks for joining.
Well, yeah, you're driving through my area. I gotta come up and say hi to you now, Ian.
Oh, you live in Utah?
Yeah. I'm about 40 miles south of Ogden, so 20 miles south of Salt Lake.
Yeah, I like the area. It's just except all the women are taken up by a few men. Those damn Mormons.
Hey, I've only got 5. No, they call that Devil's Slide area because as you go through Weaver Canyon or
it's a beautiful drive. I got to tell you that it is. It's very beautiful
in
through
southern
there.
Ogden, if you go through Morgan County, there's a thing up the side of 84, I think, and it's Devil's Slide. It's actually
like on the side of the mountain, it looks like a slide, but it's broken here and there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does zigzag like crazy through there. There, now it's flattening out. But no, the Salt Lake area, I like it. It's nice. And
Yeah.
they filmed Sandlot in the southern part of Salt Lake. I never knew that.
Well, it's right up in Salt Lake City.
I'm like, man, Sandlot. I thought that was like filmed in Texas or something. No, it was filmed in Salt Lake City. Wow.
Yeah, they were here the other Well, around the 1st of April, all those guys were here. They come here when baseball opens and, celebrate the movie and shit.
Yeah, if the MLB ever expands, Salt Lake should get a team.
Oh, we trying.
Yeah, I know.
We just got the hockey team.
The Grizzlies.
No, we just took over the Arizona Coyotes.
You did?
Yeah.
So the Grizz is a minor league team. The Coyotes are going to move to Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, their practice squad's about, I don't know, a mile from me where they practice.
So next season then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they going to change the name or keep it?
Changing it. I'm trying to get them to. I voted for Outlaw every time. Utah Outlaws.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Utah Jazz does not exist in Salt Lake City, Utah. It does in New Orleans, where they originally came from, just like the LA Lakers. There is no lakes in California. There is in Milwaukee, where they came from.
Well, there's a couple of bars in Salt Lake. Not many, but there's a couple of dedicated jazz bars.
Yeah, but shoot, man, y'all should have put a bid in to get the A's instead of them going to Las Vegas.
Well, we tried. We tried to get them to come here for the next 3 years while they build their stadium, but they decided to stay in California and play down there for 3 more years. But we're building a ballpark. We're going to get one.
So what's going to happen to the Utah Grizz?
They say they're staying.
Well, it'll be cheaper tickets.
Yeah, well, you'll have your Grizzly fans that are already Grizzly fans that stay dedicated to them, probably. And they'll go see if it's the Swarm or Outlaws, whatever our name's going to be. They'll go to a few games, I'm sure.
We need another. If I had them, I would say, how about the Utes? Just like the Blackhawks, we got the Native American head or the feathers or whatever. That'd be really cool.
Well, that's our University of Utah's the Utes.
Mm-hmm. They can share the name.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Because that university logo, I think, is so cool. U with a circle with the feather hanging from it. I like that logo.
Yeah. So you head right out of South Ogden then, right? To Morgan County?
Yeah, I'll probably be at one of the Flying J's along there because that's all there is. There might be like 1 or 2 Mavericks. Those Mavericks are nice, but not all of them are truck stops yet.
Yeah, I mean, we got some on the corner here, just gas stations, and they have food inside of them and shit.
Yeah, I like their jalapeno Bahama Mama hot dog.
Yeah.
I eat one of those and I'm stuffed. They're good, though.
Yeah, I got to go right up in Morgan County. That's where I'm going to go fishing in the next couple of days.
Yeah, we got a yard there, but if I park at the yard, man, I don't know if I'd make it. It all would depend on traffic, and I don't know if I want to risk it.
Yeah, you'd be hitting rush hour traffic probably.
I mean, it's not too bad through here, but it can be.
Where you at? You to Tree Mountain and shit? Past Tree Mountain yet?
There's the sign for it right there. I was about to say, can you see the sign?
No, I just made that drive in September.
Oh, I see.
I went up to the Twin Falls.
Yeah, if you can see the mountains in front of me, you know the landscape very well.
Yeah, I'm born and raised here, so I've taken that road many times. I've been to Yellowstone 12 times, you know. So I've taken that road many times. Oh, bye, Jane. Bye,
But
Jane.
the
Bye,
only
Jane.
yeah, I did a live stream for all my friends when I went through the salt flats, and I said, yeah, they filmed a scene from Independence Day out here. One of my favorite parts when Will Smith was dragging the alien. He goes, "Here I am, dragging your ass through the smoldering desert, and your dreadlocks dangling out of the back of my parachute. You got to come down here with an attitude and big old big and bad." And it's like, and he kicks him. He goes, "What's that smell?" And he goes, "I could have been at a barbecue." Yeah, that was filmed out by the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Yeah, they just had Speed Week out there. A bunch of people got stuck in the mud.
When do they have that record-breaking racing contest thing? I know it's a week, but when is that?
That was
Out in
last week.
Bonneville.
Last
It was
week,
last
they
week.
had it.
Yeah, I've never been able to go through there when it was going on.
Yeah, my nephew went out there Sunday.
Yeah, I've been, I one of my favorite drives is going through the extraterrestrial highway into Vegas. There's some places along there, and I'm not crazy, okay, but something just feels amiss. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but just something feels odd going through there in certain
Yeah.
areas of it. You know something's amiss, and you just can't put your finger on it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Utah's area, the desert's got a lot of paranormal shit that happens.
Oh yeah, I wish they would make a second season to that Skinwalker Ranch. That was interesting, and I didn't know nothing about it. I mean, I heard stories, but not like the show really opened your mind up to it.
Did you see that one when the natives were drumming?
Uh huh. The natives would say, "I wouldn't be screwing around over there," and usually they're right.
No, they had some Indians come on because they found a frequency that bring out the shit in the mountain light up. They found out that when the mountain lit up because they were playing the drums at the same frequency that got all the shit going. The mountain started glowing up on top where the spiral is. It's supposed to be a portal. It started glowing. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, but I hope they make a season 2 of that.
I think they did. I don't know. You must have missed it. It's already out.
Yeah, I don't get to watch much TV, but when I do, like when I heard that they were remaking Shogun, oh yeah, I watched it. That was really good. They really outdid themselves on that.
Yeah, it can't be Dirty Mike. He doesn't play in first person driving. Is that Dirty Mike playing Truck Simulator?
Yeah, I like that. I've seen that. And somebody was driving to one of the truck stops, and I said, that looks like a Love's. And when he got closer, it said Hearts instead of Love's Truck Stop. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, they changed the name, but that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to figure out where the hell he was. I know it was in Southern California somewhere. Just not exactly.
It's a nice view.
Yeah, good citizen. You're right.
I still see snow in the mountains.
Yeah, because they They got a lot more snow than usual this past winter.
It snowed yesterday up in the mountains.
Okay.
I know it's 43 degrees. I had my APU running with the air conditioning going, freezing my tits off, going, damn. I look at the temperature outside, 43? Shit. I gotta put my pants back on. Been wearing shorts.
Yeah, he's about 70 miles north of me right now, Jason.
All right on. Right on.
And you said you live south of Salt Lake, or where?
Yeah, I'm south of Salt. I'm right where they used to do Widowmaker.
Oh, okay. Now that is a beautiful drive too, from Salt Lake to Vegas on 15. I like that
Yeah.
drive too. It's beautiful through there.
Going through the Virgin Gorge down there
Yeah.
in Arizona, that little clip of Arizona right there.
Some of my students got nervous going through there at night.
I bet. Pretty trippy.
Everybody say
I got a
hello to
video.
Josh
I got
Amherst.
a video of that on one of my channels. Me going through the gorge. I don't know if it's this one or my original.
Hi, Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
Well, no, it's not a. She didn't shut down her show deliberately to
Daryl.
come over here, Daryl.
Yeah, but everybody's gonna come here.
You better
Susie
come
and
too,
Carol.
after she's done peeing.
Oh, I wanted to ask you. There's no way I could drive my rig to Skinwalker Ranch.
Hey, Darren.
There's no way. I
You could
wouldn't
drive
think so.
by it. You could drive by it.
Really?
Yeah. Instead of
'Cause I was always
you
curious
come down to,
if I could make it up there.
yeah, I think you can.
Well, yeah, I know on the
You
interstate,
got
on the other side of the mountains is where it's at, but at a distance.
yeah, but you come down through Salt Lake, go out Polly's Canyon, and go up 40 into Duchesne, and go right up over to it.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't think that it would be a good idea to take a rig that way.
Nice, Susie.
Well, they got to haul shit all through there.
That's a band. Usually your rock bands will have an RV like that with a trailer behind it, all in their equipment.
Fuck, I hate that.
What?
Getting past.
Oh, they do that all the time. I won't speed because they nail them. It's like an $80 ticket. They nail me for speeding. It's $400 or $500.
Well,
You're a professional. You should know better. We're only a professional when something happens.
I can be just as professional at 85 miles an hour as I can be at 60. And yeah, I have done about 80, I think it was 82 miles an hour in a truck.
Yeah, but if like a four-wheeler is doing 120 and I'm speeding, they'll still pull me over than that car.
Yeah. Well, I would have got pulled over too, but there was no cops around where I did it. At least not at the moment I did it. Susie.
Susie.
Have you ever stopped at Echo?
No, I never stopped there. No, just always drove through. I did mess
Okay.
with my Filipino friends. One day I was in Manila and I said, "Hey, I'm in Manila," and they were all confused. And I'm like, "Manila, Utah," and they're like, "Oh, okay."
You've been to Flaming Gorge then.
Yeah, but you could do the same thing if you said Paris. 'Cause you could be in Paris, Texas.
Paris, Idaho.
Oh,
It's
there's
right
two
by
of them.
Bear Lake. He's right by it.
Toronto
I just-
PEI.
I just went over Bear Lake about a minute ago, and Honeyville.
Yeah, you got to go quite a ways east to get to it.
Yeah, when I saw that sign for Honeyville, I'm like, "Is there actual good-looking women there?" That's what it says to me, you know.
Honeyville.
You guys can't hear that lawnmower in the background, can you?
Nope.
No,
Yeah, I go up to Evanston. It's about 45 minutes from my house. We'll go up there. I've got one up there working, going to stripper bars, horse races. Go through there if
they
I go to
actually have
Bear
them
Lake
here.
sometimes. But,
I
yeah,
think the horses races might have been a waste of time, really.
I thought the Mormons wouldn't allow that sort of thing. Have going to strip clubs here in Utah.
Just can't serve alcohol at them.
oh sure, they serve alcohol. They have ones for younger people and that don't serve alcohol, and they have ones for you got to be 21 to get into.
Yeah, but those ones under 21, that's not a strip club either.
Yeah, they strip.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a long
18 in Canada.
stretch
You
of
can
highway.
go to the strip joints.
Really? Well, whoa.
Just can't drink. They put a bracelet on you saying you can't drink.
What do you think the bishops of the Mormon Church have all their meetings?
That's hilarious.
Shaggy girl, how's it going?
Hey, Shaggy.
Shang. I almost went to the hospital today. It was close.
That bad, eh?
Yeah.
So you just
Sort
need
of.
need somebody there to bitch clap you out of it.
No, it's my stomach. I think I had a diverticulitis flare up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's something you don't want.
I shall.
No. I've had it perforate before. I was in the hospital for a fucking week.
Yeah. You can
So I
eat
gotta
something you like, and it can go south on you, and you feel like shit.
Yeah, it was one of those days, man. I just got out of bed there. It's still pretty tender, but it's not as bad as it was this morning. And usually, like if I get sick with it, like fever or throwing up, then hospital time.
Mozzie.
That's when you know it's infected.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother's got Crohn's. He can never
Yeah.
gain any weight, and
Yeah.
he says it doesn't matter what I eat, it hurts.
Yeah, Crohn's is pretty bad. Anything with the stomach sucks.
Muzzy.
Yeah, that guy's pulling triples.
Yeah, right there. R&L's hauling triples.
Oh, really? I haven't seen the triple before, I don't think.
Yeah, they out here in the Northwest, triples are real popular. And the only place you can haul triples back east is on I-90, 80-90 only.
Yeah, we can't.
And that's the only place in the country where you can haul super doubles. That's 253 footers
yeah,
through Indiana, Ohio, and part of Pennsylvania and New York.
I think Canada's only two. I've seen them drive with two doubles. In Canada, that's about it. Just regular trailers.
Yeah, Mozzie, Stingy, Susie, Chili.
Road trains.
I wouldn't want to have to back 3 of them in.
Yeah, back and through the
Well, you don't back those up. You
I know.
take them apart.
yeah. One would go one way, one would go the other way. I'd be going a different way. What the fuck is
Hey,
this?
you have a circle.
But really, though, with a single trailer, the longer it is, the easier it is.
Well, that's the thing
And
about
some of
these
that's trade,
trucks
yeah,
are
but
easier to
some of that's not.
That's
Go ahead.
within reason too, Todd. If you've never pulled a long trailer, you don't know the hazards of it.
Oh, I've never pulled any trailers before. I don't want to.
It's not that hard. You
Well,
just
they're
gotta
easier to
remember-
drive too. I mean,
I'd
they're
love to
easier
drive the
cars
truck.
once we get going. I mean,
Yeah, I
they
guess
stay in their lane pretty good.
I think it's just the gears that get me. I guess if it was automatic, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Except for when it's real windy.
Are you
Yeah, those
driving
automatics. No, I got a 10-speed.
10
I
speed?
tried an automatic. I don't like it. I'm always reaching for a stick that's not there, and it pisses me
Yeah.
off. And every now and then when I start the truck, I slam my left foot on the floor to a pedal that's not there. Like, I hate these things.
I'm sure you'd get more power out of the manual anyway. Manual transmission.
Yeah, but when those transmissions fail, they're very expensive to work on. And that's why I like the 10-speed, because my transmission's my shoulder and elbow.
What kind of truck?
I got a Pete 579.
The old Pete.
Eight,
Yeah, I've always wanted to drive one, like just without the trailer, just like across the country or something. Just to, I like being high up driving.
Well, pickup, not a fucking car.
The biggest thing I drove was a school bus. School bus would have been the biggest thing I drove.
Yeah, I'm thinking about installing a GoPro right above my window here on the outside and record what you people would be seeing, the cars that pass me by. You would see the damnedest shit, I swear to God. You name it, I've seen it at least once of something going on in the car because you could see everything.
Like I can tell just from like this view here how high up you are for everyone else.
But a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, we can see right in there. Yeah, she's going down on you pretty good, man.
Yeah.
just make sure you don't wreck the car.
Hey, Shelley, I gotta ask you who you were talking to, because 80,001 minus 70,200 does not equal up to anybody on the panel.
What are you driving? 60, 70 miles an hour right now?
70.
70?
Kind of made a boo-boo. Missing the 9.
Everybody else passed me doing 80 or more.
Yeah, what's that, like 120, 130?
I'm sorry?
In kilometers, I guess they would be going like 130, 140, those cars.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm doing.
Look at that guy. He just fucking blew right. That guy just blew right by it.
Yeah, I'm doing 115.
Yeah, people in Utah like to drive fast.
Yeah, 115 is pretty good speed for that rig.
He's
One of
not
my
pulling
boneheaded
any
friends
weight,
going to
that's
Canada.
He's not pulling any weight. That's the reason he can go that fast.
Oh, you're empty, or you?
No, that other truck was empty.
I
No,
look
I
like
got
it
40
had steel on it.
Sean is loaded.
Yeah, I got 42,000 pounds of Chobani yogurt out of Twin Falls.
It's a lot of yogurt.
Yeah.
What do you do with it all?
A lot of yogurt.
I think you have great math skills, Susie or Shelly.
And how far a trip does this yogurt have to go?
An additional 1,392 miles.
Oh shit, miles.
You'll have to do the math on the kilometers. I don't know that one.
That's
Probably
still,
over 2,000.
it's farther than PEI, I know that. Like driving from Toronto to Prince Edward Island is farther. Fuck.
I'm going to see you do the math here. When I started this trip, it would be like driving from Edmonton to Toronto.
Edmonton to Toronto, holy shit.
Be about the same, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little ways.
It's a long drive.
Yeah.
It'll take me a couple of days. Legally.
I think I'd like that job. I don't know. 'Cause I do like driving.
If you stay out, you'll do very good. You'll make the money. Yes.
But if you knock up your wife, you got to leave her somewhere.
Yeah, I got 4 kids. But then later on, they just end up divorcing your ass.
Yeah. Well, that's what goes for every guy, no matter what kind of job he's working.
No. I was married for 6 months and I divorced her.
Yeah, truckers are not looked upon as human beings. We're looked upon as, trash. You name it, any name you want to come up with. But man, he brings home the money. Yeah, I do. And we're only good enough to be an ass thrusting machine. An ATM, ass thrusting machine. Yeah, I'm going to see if there's parking at this J here. I can't quite tell, all the damn brushes in the way.
Where you at? Brigham City?
Exit 357, 750 North.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know where that is.
The good thing is I got 5G here. I try to stop at a place where I can at least get 5G.
5G.
I wish there was somewhere I could stop and just grab 5G.
And what do you want with 5 girls?
$5,000. Cover my beer for the next month.
At least a couple of weeks.
That truck right there is one of the most well-built trucks. The Freightliner Columbians, those were really well-built trucks. That's why you still see them out on the road.
I like the Freightliner trucks. They were pretty nice trucks.
How come there's no homeless people under that bridge?
Give it a little more time. Because they got them all over Nashville, Tennessee, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Got some big hills out in the distance there. Fucking mountains.
Yeah, there's still snow on them. Did you see it earlier?
Yeah, that's a mountain.
Yeah, that's a mountain.
Yeah, you're probably 9,000 feet high above sea level.
I think I'm about 40 feet above sea level. Hopefully. Hopefully.
No, Jason, we're in the sea.
I mean,
We're on sea level.
I'll be away for a bit. I'll be here, but not here.
okay.
Entertain yourself.
The elevation of Prince Edward Island is 466 feet. With
Yeah, a good
1,100 kilometers of shoreline.
A good hurricane will put you underwater.
Yes, we
A
had
really
a
good one. Yep.
we had a pretty decent hurricane there not long ago, Fiona, and it took away a lot of our coastline. Actually,
If you
it
can't
pretty much reshaped us. That fucking hurricane, and that was a category what J3 or
It
4
was,
when it
yeah.
got to us.
Yeah.
Anything stronger than that would just totally devastate us. We wouldn't be able to recover, I don't think, or it would take a long time.
Lots of insurance money and moving.
Yeah,
Give me my fucking $1 million. I'm out.
this house would not withstand a Category 5 hurricane.
Todd, you can barely survive a bad rainfall.
Yeah,
So how long you got to rest? 8 hours?
Stand up, piss.
Shit.
Can you get between the two pylons?
oh, you're going the wrong way. I can see you looking in your left mirror there. I can see you. Yeah, those front mirrors.
Yeah, I really don't need them, but when I was training drivers, you have to have them.
They're very handy, especially on the school bus.
So they don't run your kids over.
You get a good view of right beside your bus and alongside of it. Except the ones, those ones kind of rounded, like convex.
Yeah, like a frog mare, yeah.
Convex,
They-
concave.
Well, they look like old picture tube TVs.
They do.
Small ones.
Yeah.
So if you get paid by the kilometer and you reverse a kilometer, do they pay you for that or do you owe them?
They take it off.
Well, no, I get paid by the load because I'm an owner operator.
Yeah.
They'll come to me with a load like this one, Twin Falls, Idaho to Wilmington, Illinois, which is about 1,700 miles, and they offered me $4,000 to do it, and then you just do the math. There's 4,000 and change.
It's just like the truck simulator game, Jason.
The gas now, like you pay your own gas then, right? On the delivery?
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
but you
Same
get
here.
a fleet discount because I'm signed under a carrier,
Okay.
and that's the way to go.
So if you're an owner operator, can you take on any job you want, pretty much? Haul any trailer
There's-
anywhere?
If you're signed under a carrier, you can only haul their freight, which I don't have a problem getting freight.
Okay.
But if you're not signed under a carrier, yeah, you can work for anybody you predominantly want to. However, you're going to pay full price at the pump.
Yeah, yes.
Like it's $4.55. Being under a carrier, I can get fuel here and only cost me $2.70.
So
See the difference?
give me an example. How much US dollars to fill up that tank of gas?
2 tanks.
2 tanks.
When I left Umatilla, I filled up, and it was 800 and change to fill up my two tanks of the
Holy
truck,
shit.
and it was like $34 to fill my DEF and $14 for the reefer, but it was only 3/4 full. I mean, it
Oh
didn't
yeah,
take
you
much
gotta
to fill
fill
through.
all them too. Yeah, for the reefer. What does the reefer run on? Diesel?
Yeah,
So stick to Holland Wood. You won't have to run that thing.
I always have wood when I'm hauling. That's why I'm always like, well, where's the women? except for Utah.
Yeah, they all got beards in Utah.
I don't know if you know this, but there's a club in Salt Lake on the west side by the airport. I don't know what it's called now, but it used to be called the Totem Pole. That was a good place to eat, and they had a bar and everything there. But they had
It's
good
called
food
Totem.
there.
It's called totems.
Totems? We called
Yeah.
it the totem pole. Is it still there?
No. Well, the totem pole is, but the bar's not.
Well, that sucks because we knew it sold to somebody long ago and they changed it.
So where are you at? You're in Utah right now?
Wow, Shelly.
Yeah. I got to shut down for 10. Because if I can find parking now, it's better to get parked now because within the next hour, this place is going to be stuffed full of trucks where you can't get one in. At a certain time, like during the week, if you're not parked by 3 or 4, you're not going to get a spot.
Oh, shit.
All right. So you're in Utah, and your destination is where?
Wilmington, Illinois.
Wilmington.
I grew up there as a little boy.
What is Wolbers? Shelley, she says her brother-in-law is an owner-operator. He hauls a lot of Wolbers out of Ohio.
Wolbers, they make the best mustard in the world. The best spicy mustard to put on a hot dog. It's got a chef with his eyes closed, and he's got like a magic wand in his fingers. The Wolbers mustard. Oh my God, that's the best. Yeah, and I think they only make it in Ohio.
Huh.
There you are, Wolbers. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
the Cincinnati Reds use Wolbers mustard on their dogs that they sell you at the game.
So you
But I don't.
will you be taking the Highway 80 or 70?
80. 70, you'll burn too much diesel going through there versus Wyoming.
Okay.
That's why everybody prefers going that way.
I'm looking at it on the map. That's all.
Yeah, because 70 is a lot more rugged. Now it's beautiful through there. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot more rugged.
It goes through Aspen.
Oh, all right. So are you not coming home tonight?
Yeah, it looks like a nice
You're not coming home
wooded
tonight?
area. I have to look at.
Well, yeah, we put them out in the sun.
Yeah, the only time I would ever use 70 in Colorado is if I had to go to Grand Junction. That's about it.
Oh, you should put your paid advertisement emblem up, Myron. We're advertising for Wolbers since 1905. This video includes paid promotions.
Why
Well, I hate to say anything, Shelley, but as much as Kim thinks Jason has some pull on this panel, he can't do fuck all. It's just me.
Yeah, that Wolbers spicy mustard is good for hot dogs, but not only that, it makes a good pretzel dip too. Real good pretzel dip.
And you'd have to join the panel. You'd have to
Yeah,
join
you're
the
looking
panel.
at a 20-hour drive,
With your avatar.
and that's just to Illinois.
No, she doesn't, Jason.
Yeah, Wilmington is right up, just a little bit off of 80 to the south by Joliet. My sister Joanne and my niece work at Joliet Hospital.
There now.
Good job taking that stuff outside.
Fine. I didn't cover the fucking kitty cock under up on shit.
They make a lot of different mustards. Oh, they make pure horseradish as well.
Oh, that is good too. Yeah.
Wolbers.
Oh, by the way, there's an accident on the I-80 right now.
Good thing he's
That-
done
is
for
it-
a night.
Was it a FedEx or a Swift? Because that's usually the question everybody asks on the radio.
And you're also going to pass through an area that has flood warnings.
As long as I'm not in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The accident is in, where the fuck is this place? Omaha.
Nebraska. Hell,
Yeah.
man, I won't be there until day after tomorrow.
There could be more floods by then. Why the hell would it say flood warning?
That's why people from Omaha could not be a Bob Seger fan. There's no way. Because he sings that song, I hear my lonesome east of Omaha. And I'm like, you can't say Council Bluffs? Because that's what's east of Omaha.
I like horseradish. It's pretty good.
Hey, Muzzy, I know they are. They've admitted it here that we see dark clouds and do stuff all the time. Well, we got so much snow the last couple of fucking years.
Oh.
Myron, do you think your government is fucking with your weather?
Oh, excuse me.
I rewinded. I see he was here earlier.
Yeah. And then Sean, come and save me.
Yeah, I can't stand mayonnaise. The smell of it makes me ill. I never liked mayonnaise. That and sour cream.
I'll eat just about anything.
Me too.
Even if I know I don't like it all that much, I'll still eat it if someone serves it to me, you know.
Yeah, if I can't stick it in my pocket and smuggle it out of wherever I am, then yeah, I might have to eat it.
Declare it as a hand lotion.
Hand lotions. I had a piece of trout fish, Jason.
Did you?
Yes.
So, Sean, did you say you had to stop for 10 hours?
Yeah, do my 10-hour. And I wish I was under Canada's hours. They get 13.
Okay.
The MOD, y'all have the MOD. We got DOT.
You know, you
Yeah,
can always identify as Canadian, right?
I don't want to get into that argument. I would not want to get into that argument. It says Ohio on the side of your door. You saying you're Canadian?
My mother was born there.
It was a good idea, though. Be a dual citizen. I can get free health care. Shit.
There you go.
These are nice road truckers. She drove in
waiting for
Canada,
it,
but she lived in the States.
Like you were saying earlier, find yourself a sexy woman that can drive a truck and you drive 24/7.
Yeah. She has to be Canadian at least.
You can get your rest if she's driving, and then vice versa.
Well, yeah, there are husband and wife team outfits, and they make a fortune.
I met one down here, and they were telling me all about it. I'm like, no shit, I put a heat pump in their house. They're telling me they don't have to stop if they don't want to.
Yeah, that's probably one of the few houses they own throughout the country. I know a couple. They own.
Nice.
Yeah, they own like 5 houses. They got 2 out here on the West Coast, and 1 in the middle of the country, and 2 on the East Coast. 1 in Florida, 1 up in New York State.
Unless we go to tag team, might as well have all that.
Yeah, but most women truckers look like Luca Brasi. They don't look very
Yeah, that's true.
appealing.
Buy a rig, Jason. Me and you will drive it.
I'll buy it. You drive it. I'll make the money off you.
Well, that's the thing. We need 2 people so we can keep her going.
You and Amber can go.
Take Amber with you, or John. We'll give you some company in the. Get a nice bed in the back.
I can imagine his road rage and a tractor trailer.
You can't even drive a fucking car.
Wow, Shanty Girl's in here?
Shanty Girl's in
Shanty
here.
Girl.
He was in here earlier. She's good. When did she last type? A while ago. 7:06, almost a half hour ago. She was
She
here.
rarely ever misses a day.
Well, if you got like a Boeing or a Lockheed Martin contract where you haul the engines to rockets or jet engines, that those are usually dedicated. A lot of those owner operators buy those king cab or king sleepers.
Yeah.
It's got a king size bed in it, a small kitchen, a shower, and a toilet. But the only pain in the ass is you got to drain the sewer tank though.
Yeah, but I didn't even know such a thing existed. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, you can live right there on the truck. You got a shower, toilet, everything.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty fucking nice ones, but I didn't know they have fucking showers in them now.
But you're limited to what you can haul.
Yeah,
and a lot of them, because you'd be overweight. That's why a lot of them get a Lockheed Martin or a Boeing contract, where that's all they're hauling, and it keeps them under the weight limit.
Yeah, come on down, Mozzie. We'll drive.
Holy shit.
I'll drive anything.
So, are you in Brigham City or Ogden?
I don't know. I know I'm in a small town here.
Probably Brigham.
Well, while you're looking, I'm going to say, panel, thanks for being here today. And chat, Mozzie, Yak, or Shelly, Adrian, Susie, and whoever else was in there today. Thank you, and we'll catch you all tomorrow, maybe.
Hey,
Later.